Well, hello. It is. I just want to check I'm in focus as well. Yes, there we are. It is. I've had a bad morning. The rocker, the headbanger, and the oddball. But which one is which? Back with yet another video. You know, when I started making these videos a while back and started this channel, I figured it'd be fun. There we are, alliteration, to take part in these vinyl community, the VC threads, you know, that people put out there. And there's one that caught my attention just recently from Northern Vinyl Guy, and I figured I'd do this thread because it's quite short and it's quite a good one as well. He was doing it to celebrate getting 50 subscribers, which I can only dream of at the moment. But I thought I'd take part in this thread anyway. Right then, the first thing he wanted us to come up with was a 45 released in 1979, and my first choice was this Kate Bush, this rather lovely Kate Bush On Stage EP. I thought, yeah, that'll be a good one because, you know, it's a little bit maybe off the wall. Not many people will have this, maybe, until I realised it was a 33 1/3 EP. So can't use that. So I dug around in my singles 45s collection. Now, when I gave away or sold most of my vinyl years ago, I kept most of my singles. And the one I want to talk about is this one, Cozy Powell, Over the Top. I chose it because it's on lovely red vinyl. Look at that. I know I shouldn't handle records like this, but this is only a 45 and it's years old and it makes no difference. But yeah, being a bit of someone who's dabbled in drums personally, I've played in a few bands years and years ago now. I still have a drum kit, an electronic kit now up in my loft, but I haven't played that for donkey's years. I was obviously a huge fan of the late great Cozy Powell, and bought his album Over the Top. Have I still got that? I don't know. I may have still got it. I'll have to check after.
That's a negatory, good buddy.
Anyway, this single came from it, and it's not like, you know, a massive, you know, 4-minute drum solo single. It's, you know, it's an instrumental tune, as is most of the album. So that is my choice for a 45 released in 1979, which was the year of Northern Vinyl Guy's birth, I believe. This is why he chose that. So there's that, Over the Top. I was 15 in 1979, so yeah, go figure. Right, next up is an album released in 1979, and I've chosen Judas. I've chosen to hit the microphone. I've chosen Judas Priest's Unleashed in the East. A controversial live album, but nonetheless an excellent recording. I've read Rob Alford's book. What's it called? Confess. Yeah. Where he confesses to a lot of things, and one of them is the partial re-recording of the vocals on this album. But I love this album to death. I bought Killing Machine on cassette back in 79, because I'd seen them perform Take on the World on Top of the Pops, and I wanted that album, so I bought Killing Machine. Did I buy this first? It doesn't matter. Anyway, I bought them around about the same time, and this is a really good way into early Judas Priest. Right, the next choice was to pick out the 50th record in your collection alphabetically. And I think this is an excellent topic because it's objective. You can't pick a record. You just count 50 in and take out that record. And if it's a massively embarrassing one, then so be it. Luckily, mine isn't. And the 50th one is this one. I haven't got an awful lot of records, so I probably only got about 200, 220, something like that. So 50 records in is like a quarter of the way through my collection, really. And it's this one. It's the second album by Roger Taylor's offshoot band, The Cross. And this is Mad, Bad and Dangerous to Know. a really, very good album. Now I saw The Cross with Roger Taylor, obviously, back in 1990, was it? Maybe 90, or maybe even later. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Anyway, but it was in Cardiff University Student Union. So he'd gone from playing, in front of 250,000 people in South America, 78,000 people in Wembley to 250 people in the Cardiff University Student Union. But it was a great show. I remember being right down at the very front and being amazed at how tiny Roger Taylor was. I was thinking, oh, he's not tiny anymore, bless him. None of us get any younger, are we? And so I remember thinking, oh my God, he's like, a strong breeze would have the man over. But it was a good show, very enjoyable, and that's the 50th album in my collection. Now, for the last choice, you had to pick a number with an album on it. A number with an album on it. You had to pick an album, or a band, or a song, or whatever, with a number in the name or title. Now, obviously, I could have chosen Led Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, not 4, because it's not technically Led Zeppelin 4. I could have gone Queen 2. I could have gone something by the B-52s. There's lots of things in my collection that I could have chosen. But I wanted to go a little bit left field, and I chose this, The Who, and Quadrophenia. I know it's a bit tenuous, but this is a fantastic double album it's not of the musicals. It is a soundtrack available, and I also have that soundtrack album. But Quadrophenia is like it's the album, isn't it? Quadrophenia. So I figured, well, your quadrophonic sound, which is like 4 speakers. You got the number quattro. And I'm sure there must be a quadro in some language or other, somewhere along the line. So that is my choice for... it's a cracking album. Let's look at that. I had a poster of this above my desk when I was in my working days. And when I finished work, I finished on health grounds, and never had a chance to go back, really, to collect my stuff. So I imagine this poster is either still there or has been torn down and thrown out. But I had this poster on the wall above my desk, and this has got a lovely 20-page booklet full of photos. It's a joy. This is why we buy records, in it, for things like this. You don't get this with a CD. You certainly don't get it with a stream. You get this lovely thing you can hold, and you get this... Anyway, I'm going off thing now. Right then. So there is my response to Northern Vinyl Guys' thread request. All done. My first one done. Now I got to do now is think of a thread myself that's not been done before. That's going to be tricky. Anyway, until I can do that, or until my next video, just be nice to each other, okay? Ta-ra.